When you're driving, one of the most important habits you can build is keeping a safe distance between you and the vehicle ahead. It might seem simple, but it's one of the biggest factors in preventing accidents. Driving too close to the car in front is known as tailgating, and it's something you should avoid at all costs. Not only is it unsafe, but it's also one of the leading causes of rear-end collisions. When you're too close, your view of the road ahead is limited, and if the driver in front suddenly brakes to avoid a hazard, you may not have enough time to react. So how do you know if you're leaving enough space? A simple and effective method is the 3-second rule. Here's how it works. When the vehicle ahead of you passes a fixed point, like a road sign, a pole, or a tree, start counting. 1001, 1002, 1003. If you reach that same point before you finish counting, then you're following too closely. In that case, ease off the accelerator and increase your distance. Then try the count again. Now, in certain conditions, 3 seconds isn't enough. You should extend that to at least 4 seconds in situations where stopping takes longer. For example, when the road is wet or slippery, when you're towing something, carrying a heavy load, or even when you're driving behind large vehicles like trucks or buses that block your view ahead. That extra space gives you more time to react and also allows you to see what's happening further down the road. Speaking of large vehicles, many drivers underestimate how long it takes for them to stop. Trucks, especially, require a much longer braking distance than regular cars, even at the same speed. So if you overtake a truck and move back into its lane, make sure you leave plenty of space. Cutting in too closely and then slowing down can be extremely dangerous because the truck driver might not be able to stop in time. Now, what if someone cuts in front of you too closely? Instead of reacting aggressively, the safest thing to do is simply take your foot off the accelerator and gradually slow down to rebuild a safe following distance. Staying calm and adjusting your space is always the better option. Let's talk about merging, especially onto highways or freeways. When joining fast-moving traffic, you should aim to match the speed of the vehicles already on the road. Stopping before merging is generally not recommended unless there's absolutely no safe gap. Trying to force your way into a tight space is risky. Always wait for a gap that gives you enough room. Before changing lanes, check your mirrors, use your indicators, and always do a quick shoulder check to cover your blind spots. If you need to move across multiple lanes, do it step by step, one lane at a time, rather than cutting across all at once. Once you're in the correct lane, don't forget to re-establish a safe following distance. Merging safely is only part of the process. Maintaining that safe space afterward is just as important. Now, when you're entering traffic from a complete stop, whether it's from a side street, driveway, or junction, you need to judge gaps carefully. You should leave enough space not just to enter the road, but to accelerate up to the speed of traffic without forcing other drivers to slow down. As a general guide, you'll want about half a block of space on city streets and roughly a full block on highways. Another important situation to be aware of is when you're driving slowly and holding up traffic. If you check your mirror and notice 5 or more vehicles building up behind you, you're required to pull over at the nearest safe turnout and let them pass. This helps keep traffic flowing smoothly and reduces frustration for other drivers. At the end of the day, all of this comes down to one key mindset: defensive driving. That means staying alert at all times and anticipating potential dangers before they happen. Watch out for distracted drivers, vehicles that might not see you because their view is blocked, cars pulling out unexpectedly from driveways or parking spaces, and situations like bends in the road where oncoming traffic might appear suddenly. Driving isn't just about controlling your own vehicle. It's about understanding what everyone else around you might do next. Stay focused, stay patient, and always give yourself enough space to react safely. If you want to build even stronger knowledge on topics like safe following distances, overtaking, and sharing the road properly, it's always a good idea to review your local driver's handbook. It's packed with essential information that every driver should know.